I'm Bryan Allain, and this is the Weekly Schnoz. Today's episode of the Weekly Schnoz is brought to you by Wolf, the other white meat. Coming up on the Weekly Schnoz, the top 5 ways to die on a toilet. But first, our top story. Our top story today is that our teleprompter is actually finally working. It's amazing what you can do when you get behind a team with an axe. In sports, Miami Heat coach Erik Spoelstra had to explain why he sat Shane Battier for all of Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Apparently, the World Skiing Championship for lice was happening, and the downhill mogul competition was taking place on Battier's wrinkled head. The gold medal was won by a louse from Norway named Simon Johansson. Speaking of Game 7, Justin Bieber wore a sleeveless leather baseball jersey to the game. And that's the punchline. There is no other punchline. That's it. I don't care if alarm clocks scare her. One more late and she's gone. She's done. In business news this week, people wearing ties took themselves too seriously. For a live look at traffic, let's go to our correspondent Neil Kaufman. Okay, Neil is going with the silent treatment again. Dude, I hope your nipples fall off and they're replaced by 2 little horse heads under your shirt. 2 tiny little pointy little horse heads, you child. In entertainment news, Will Smith's After Earth had a very disappointing opening weekend, bringing in only $27 million in the box office. Or, to put in Will terms, about 9 weeks allowance for Willow. You don't sleep naked? What? You don't either? What? Doesn't everybody sleep naked? I believe, and you can find documented evidence online, I believe all sickness stems from not sleeping naked. Wearing clothing while sleeping, while the body brings itself down and rids itself of toxins and brings the serotonin and dopamine levels into the right areas. And you can find this all online. I believe all sickness stems from that, which is why I've never been sick a day in my life, except for strep throat about every May. But that's it. It's time for Reader Mail. Today's question comes from Chad Jones. Chad wants to know, Bryan, are clams really miserable? You'd think they'd be rich with all those pearls. Here's the thing, Chad. It's totally a buyer's market. Who are the clams going to sell their pearls to? Other clams? They're the only ones that have them. Pearls are pretty much worthless in the clam world. You know, clams are to pearls as humans are to Chuck E. Cheese redemption tickets. Worthless. And that's why they're miserable. And that's also why you should get my book. If you'd like to have a question answered on the Weekly Schnoz, just tweet us with the hashtag Weekly Schnoz. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Bryan Allain, and that was the Weekly Schnoz.